What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good night or good morning, I guess, whenever y'all end up watching this. Sorry. Just wanted to hop on here, though, quick and make a video just kind of going over the market action today, market recap. You obviously saw the video this morning of the shorts, right, we played off of. For more context, right, we took those off this fair value gap, right? That's kind of what we were looking for. Playing off the fair value gap, right, we had the model play out, short-term high cleared, market structure shift to the downside, fair value gap left behind, within the other fair value gap already, extra confluence, and you just see right 8:30 opening as well, power of 3, so a lot of things pointing towards lower prices. And for those right in the private group, they know that we were looking for buys actually off this fair value gap, which ended up being right our target. That's why I sold here, and I'll explain here in a little bit. Not only did we have this fair value gap in a discount right from this range, low, range high, right, discount below swing low, but also we have the breaker in line with the fair value gap. Oops, sorry. The breaker, right? So we have low, high, lower low, broken through with displacement, breaker here, and that's actually where my exit was for the shorts that we took, right? If you look here. So right when we tap that breaker, right, that was my final exit point. Like I said, right, we did have bullish prices, and for those in the private group, you did understand why in the video I released this morning. But for those that wanted to see more of a model form right before you took those buys, what you could have been looking for is, right, we cleared the short-term lows. I'll clear these fair value gaps quickly. We break structure here to the top side. Now we have the fair value gap left behind, and there's your entry. Comes down to touch 1, 2, 3 times before finally right taking off to fill in back to the higher time frame. The higher time frame fair value gap. One right, and then you can go for the highs. And honestly, I'll be honest, I did not expect price to run this much today. Right, we have a lot of news this week and midweek, so I was kind of expecting a slower Monday, being that there was no news today, but we put in a huge range. So it'll be pretty interesting. We'll see what that leads to the rest of the week. But back to it anyway, regardless. So yeah, right, as you could see, here is the buy setup that you would have been looking for. We clear the short-term low. We return not only into the fair value gap, also the breaker, right? Break higher with displacement, create the fair value gap, and then we trade back into it. And if you look again, look at this, right? Just as we pointed out, fair value gap with inner fair value gap, holds price beautifully, takes off.